He thought hiding behind a fake name and a few grainy profile pictures would protect him. He thought threatening a woman with revenge porn made him powerful. He didn't know her best friend was a lawyer, and he had just made the biggest mistake of his life. Ever wanted to see pure, calculated justice delivered with the precision of a scalpel? Hit that like button. Subscribe for more stories like this. And get ready, because this is one revenge story you won't forget. Friend. She's one of those people who wears her heart way too close to the surface. Kind, trusting, the kind who believes the best in others. Sometimes too much. She met a guy online. Let's call him Jason. She didn't know much about him. Just a screen name, a blurry first name, and vague details. He lived abroad, worked in something corporate, and was planning to travel near our city soon. They connected fast. He was charming, engaging, the kind of guy who says all the right things at just the right time. And like many people who fall too fast, she made a mistake. She sent him some private pictures. Look, she's no fool. She made a mistake, but it wasn't reckless. She trusted him. They had plans to meet. She thought this could actually become something. But something about him started to feel off. The red flag started waving like fireworks. Vague answers, inconsistent stories, guilt-tripping language. So she backed off, and that's when he snapped. Jason threatened to leak the photos. He said he'd post them online. He said he'd send them to her job. He said he'd ruin her. And suddenly my sweet, optimistic, open-hearted friend was in pieces. She was terrified. She couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, couldn't think straight. I watched her disappear behind her own eyes, consumed by shame and fear and rage. And that's when she came to me. You see, I'm not just a friend. I'm also an attorney. I tried to calm her down, told her I'd handle it, but inside my blood was boiling. This lowlife, who thought hiding behind a screen gave him power, was about to get a very real-world wake-up call. I started digging. I had barely 45 minutes free between court prep and calls that day, but that's all I needed. First, I took every picture he had sent her. Some selfies, one with a motorcycle, another where he was wearing a branded polo shirt from some unknown company. In the background, the blurred reflection of an office building. His screen name led me to a TikTok account, which in turn linked to an Instagram. Boom, real name. From there, it was easy. I found a LinkedIn profile, confirmed with the exact same company logo from that polo shirt. Matched the selfie to the man on LinkedIn. Same facial structure. Same weird mole on his jawline. His employer? Mid-sized tech company. Nothing fancy, but big enough to have a PR team, HR, and a CO listed. Oh, Jason, you just made my job way too easy. Drafted an email, technically on behalf of my client. Every word, a legal dagger. Attached were screenshots of the messages where he threatened to post revenge porn. Screenshots where his screen name matched the same account linked to his selfie in that company's shirt. Messages discussing workplace drama with timestamps that aligned with specific dates. Photos of his motorcycle with a clearly visible license plate. Screenshots where he boasted about having sex at work. Even talked about wanting to sleep with my friend in his office. He had even sent her a picture of his work laptop, trying to prove how busy he was, with a visible Outlook calendar filled with proprietary data, and in the background, pictures of non-consenting employees. I included it all. Oh, and I made sure to CC the CEO, the VP of HR, the head of operations, and just for flavor, the PR manager. And just to twist the knife, I let them know this wasn't over, since he had stated he would be traveling to the United States soon. And since my client is a U.S. citizen, his threats constituted a federal crime. So I let them know in writing that this evidence would be handed over to their local law enforcement, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, upon his arrival in the U.S. And I wasn't bluffing. I had his license plate number. I knew exactly where he lived. And I had a direct line to an assistant U.S. attorney, a law school buddy of mine. And yes, I planned to forward everything. Inbox like a bomb. Within 24 hours, the guy's LinkedIn vanished. His Instagram went private, then disappeared. A few days later, a little LinkedIn search showed he was no longer employed at that company. My friend got a quiet email from one of their legal reps. "Thank you for bringing this to our attention. The employee has been terminated, and we are cooperating fully with local authorities." Good. He wanted to ruin her life? I ruined his. Reputation, gone. Career, shattered. Future travel plans to the U.S.? Let's just say not happening. Some people think the internet gives them a shield, an invisibility cloak to hurt others without consequence. But anonymity is not immunity. When you weaponize someone's trust against them, you're not just cruel, you're criminal. And in this case, justice had a name and a JD behind it. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and share